our goal for the day is to make sure that you all are writing an introduction for your paper today. You have written your supporting paragraphs, but today we're going to write our introduction. So, something that I want you to be mindful of is that as writers, we will go out of order when we're writing things. Sometimes when authors write books, they actually write the conclusion before they write the rest of the story. And you guys have been doing that too. You've been working on the middle of your essay, and now we're going to go back and we're going to work on the introduction. So don't let that confuse you, where, we're having to work on the introduction today, but we've been working on the middle part of our essay. That's okay. Sometimes as writers, we do that. We'll work on maybe the ending, but then we'll have to go back and do that. If you remember when we did our narrative, do you remember how we cut things and we taped them, and at the very end, and we had this long piece of paper before we wrote our final copy? Well, the beauty of working with a computer is that you don't have to do all of that cutting and pasting, because you can do that with the click of a mouse. Same thing with your introduction. We don't have to worry about, cutting out my body paragraphs and then taping it to the top of my the bottom of my introduction. So today we're going to focus strictly on the introduction. So yes, you are going to take your mouse and you're going to click wherever your thesis statement is. You're going to click your cursor and put that there, and you're going to add in some things to your introduction. The introduction should be more than just a thesis statement. Right now, you only have one sentence for your introduction paragraph. That's not a paragraph when it's just one sentence. So we're going to talk about how an introduction should have more than just the thesis statement. I want you to take a look at Emily's paper here. What do you notice about Emily's introduction? That go ahead and just read it to yourself. This is her introduction. What did she include in her introduction that is missing in your introduction? Because right now all you have is your thesis statement right here, and those are her 3 different colors for her 3 different paragraphs. So talk to somebody next to you first. What do you notice about her introduction that should be in yours? What do you guys notice?
It's beautiful.
It is, but why is it so beautiful?
Because it's big. She writes good.
Okay.
There's big words in it.
Okay.
Explain stuff.
It talks about what? It talks about what?
It says the author, it says tells what kind of story it is.
Good. Okay. We've got some great thinking over here. What did you guys say? What did you guys say?
It has, in the beginning, it kind of tells what the story is going to be about.
Okay, awesome. For those of you who didn't hear that, it gives some background information. And a lot of you have already said that it gave background information. Specifically, it gave background information about the story you're going to read. Okay? Have you guys ever, before you go to a movie and you say to your friend or whoever, you're getting ready to see a movie, and it's like, well, what's the movie about? Do you ever do that? Do you ever tell somebody, well, what is it about? And then somebody tells you, well, it's about this and this and this. It's about 2 people, they meet, they fall in love,
They all die.
and then they all die. Okay, but you don't really probably say that. Whenever you tell somebody about a movie, you don't want to give away everything that happens, do you?
I do that all the time.
No.
Right before the movie,
So,
I'd be like, everybody dies.
Well, that's being sarcastic.
That's me.
Okay.
No, that's not like me.
So, focus up here, guys. So here's the deal, Mallory. Here's the deal. When you give an introduction, it's kind of like telling somebody about a movie, but you don't give away all of what happens. There are specific things you need to have in your introduction, and I wrote those over here. You must include the title. You need to include the genre and the author. Then you're going to give a short summary about what the story is about without giving it away, and then it will end with your thesis statement. Okay? So for her, she put Raymond's Run by Toni Cade Bambara is a short, realistic fiction story. It's of a girl named Squeaky who is named the fastest runner in town. She competes in a race against Gretchen, who is her enemy. Gretchen makes fun of Squeaky's brother, Raymond, who has a mental disease. This is an action-filled story with many encounters with conflicts. Squeaky is hardworking because and then she gives her thesis statement. Now, this is still a work in progress. She has some things she needs to work on, but she does a lot of things really well. And one of those things is how she builds up to her thesis statement. And she builds up to that thesis statement by including the title of the story, the author, the genre, a short summary, and then she tells us how her paper is going to unfold. Okay? So if you don't understand, by the way, you're doing this today. You're doing your intro, and then you're going to work on that third paragraph. Some of you are already done with your third supporting paragraph. But if you don't understand what you need to do at this point, then I want you to stay at the carpet. But if you understand what you need to do, then you can go ahead and get to work.